How was that for an ending of going of football?
Yeah, no, it was. As I said a couple of times, there's a fair bit going on out there today, and yeah, great ending. You know, it's in terms of what we're trying to build. You know, there's obviously the football side of it, but there's also trying to build a sort of spirit and character and resilience within the group. And I think they showed bags of it today, and you know that hopefully you know, gives us the opportunity to sort of fuel that further. And you know, every time you have to deal with adversity and you overcome it, I think it helps in what you're trying to grow.
See it very much all the team involved towards it, but for one person in particular, Charleston, how much of an impact did he now have in his contribution?
Yeah, no, he was. You know, Richie was great. You know, I thought all the subs who came on really helped. You know, but that's been a consistent theme. But yeah, for Richie, and I guess it was the point I was trying to make yesterday, is that you know, even for him to understand that you try and maintain a balance in life, and his football hasn't been that bad. You know, he's still been contributing for us, and you know, but sometimes you let, you know, when you struggle with certain parts of your life, you let it sort of go into the other areas. But you know, you know, the football is one area where he can control, and you know, he works hard every day at training, and you know, Brian, he got his rewards today, and hopefully that gives him a little bit more of a settled feeling to deal with, you know, the other issues he has in his life. Like everyone, like I said, you know, it's about not letting it overwhelm you, and you know, hopefully a day like today helps him.
Yes, so you gave us an insight into the sort of message you were going to give to him. I just wondered if there's anything else you said to him today before the game.
No, I didn't speak to him. You know, again, like I don't, you know, that's not my sort of area of expertise. That, you know, not just for Richie, for all the boys, you know, who have issues. We have people who are much better equipped to handle those kind of things. I think for me, like I said, what I try and do is provide an environment for the players where they can come in and feel at least comfortable in that space. And, you know, I didn't want to overwhelm Richie with me, you know, asking a million questions or giving advice for stuff that really, you know, I don't really know, and I probably shouldn't know, because, you know, that's for him to work out with people who are better equipped than me. My role, like I said, is, you know, provide an environment here at the football club that allows them to hopefully, like I said, feel secure in this part of their life. And so I didn't really have anything to say to him. But I'm sure, you know, it's a great group of players. You know, they've been around him, and you could see that at the end, just how happy they were for him.
The subs came quite late, obviously, then a time stoppage time. How conscious and aware were you that there was going to be loads of stuff?
Well, that's what I was thinking, but at the same time I was a bit surprised when only 3 minutes went up in the first half, so I was a bit, you know, but just inside me I thought we'd have at least 10 minutes, if not longer, so, you know, kind of making the subs when I thought, because I still thought we were on top. I still thought in terms of our football we pretty much dominated the game. We just lacked that goal that, you know, would have sort of broken them open, and then, you know, they're always a threat from long throws or, you know, set pieces when they get the ball in the box and you go a goal behind. So then it was just a matter of, you know, when to make the subs. But I was pretty confident there'd be at least 10 minutes, which I thought we had enough time to make the changes we needed.
I appreciate it's early days, but the connection already between yourself and the fans, also the players and the fans, haven't had always the best relationship in recent years with fans. It seems to have healed really quickly and developed really quickly. How important is that in what you're doing?
Yeah, it's crucial, and you know, I think you're right. I think the fans played their part today, in you know, it was a real frustrating game in that, like I said, there was a lot of stoppages, a lot of dead time where, you know, and sometimes we didn't deal with it well either. You know, sort of talking to the referee at unnecessary moments instead of getting on with the game, and it would have been easy for our supporters to get frustrated. But I do think that our supporters are seeing in this team, even when things, you know, weren't going to script today and we're 1-0 down, they can see the team trying to play, you know, the football that they want to see their team play. And I think that helps because they can resonate with that. That's what they want to see in their team. They want to see aggression when we have the ball, aggression when we don't have the ball. And I think they're bought into that because they can see that the players, that's what they're trying to do. And you're right, in this early phase, it's crucial because that hopefully sort of fast tracks our development as a football club, because there's no doubt that the players got energy from the supporters today, no doubt about it.
And you've got a personal games spanning 3 clubs now being beaten in home matches. You must be quite proud of that. And does that tell us where your real strength lies? I mean, it's the home.
I've got many, mate. I've got more than one. I've got more than one strength, but no, yeah, that's right. No, look, it's funny you say that, but I do put a big emphasis on that in terms of wherever I've been. I think because ultimately for your supporters, that's, you know, as much as you enjoy the away wins because they're, you know, you've got to earn every one of them. It's when they come to their home ground that you really want to reward them, you know. So and you know, from that perspective, if you can create that atmosphere, and you know, I've been very fortunate the last 3 clubs I've had. You know, we've had, you know, even in Japan, we'd get 30, 40,000 at Celtic. Well, you know, they're always sold out, and it creates an atmosphere. And you can see today that helps the team, and I think that helps you as a club if you're really strong at home. And so yeah, it's something I'm proud of.
How important is it for you to sort of establish the identity of the playing style of the team? We were speaking to Robert, the women's team manager, and said, you know, he's been appointed similar time with the same brief to try and get that identity, the Tottenham way, if you like. Is that a big part of your job?
Well, it's everything. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. You know, me as a football manager, that's what I've always been about. You know, I think you can track back my career for as long as you want. My teams have always played a certain way, and I think, you know, for every club that's appointed me, I think they've appointed me because that's what they're seeking. You know, so it's like I said, it's everything to me. It's the way we play is because it's not just that I believe that's what gets you success, because it does. That's what I believe, and it has in my career. It's also says a lot about you. You know, you as a football club when you play the game that way, because it requires a fair bit of bravery, a fair bit of courage, you know, a real relentlessness, and you know, when you play that way, and I think, you know, that has to sort of marry with the image of the football club.
Have you made preparations in your approach and training for the extra stoppage time this season, whether it be leading games or behind games? It feels like it's going to be quite a big deal.
No, not really. I mean, you know, I think my motto is you just keep going till the whistle sort of tells you to stop. And, you know, we've prided ourselves on being a really, you know, fit team. And you know, I think in all our games we finished strong. So we're geared. And also, I think that's where the subs make a massive difference, you know, because, you know, you can make 5 substitutions, which that's half your team, your outfield team, that, you know, you can maintain intensity and tempo for as long as the game goes. But there are lessons in that because, you know, even for us, you know, you don't, you know, sometimes we have this whole picture in our head, you know, even when you're 1-0 up, that the game goes for 90 minutes, but it doesn't, you know. And you saw today, it went for 112, 13 minutes, you know, and that's a significant amount of time, particularly towards the end of a game.
Jack, last one, please.
Did you look at the home games and atmosphere last season at all before you joined? Did you have any concerns about, because it did get quite toxic here at times in the last couple of seasons?
No, I mean, that's not that wasn't really relevant to me. Again, you know, it's I kind of wanted to come in with the energy of not sort of any baggage or any sort of remnants of last year. There's no point having that as a reference point for anything you do, you know. For what we were going to do, we were going to be a different team. We're going to do things differently, different players, different coaches, different look in the way we did things. So there was no point, you know, having, you know, some sort of reference point that wasn't really relevant to us. But, you know, at the same time, you know, we felt it probably from the Shakhtar game and certainly the Man United game. And you know, this is only our second home game, you know, for the season. And that's 2 pretty memorable home games that hopefully creates a really good atmosphere moving forward.
Very last one down here, please. Come on.
Sorry, but
Can I just ask about Sheffield United? They have a very different target to you, of course.
Yeah.
But how difficult were they to play against, and how much heart can they take from that performance against what is one of the best teams in the division right now?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you saw, you know, how difficult they made it for us. You know, I thought their keeper was outstanding. I thought they defended their box really well. You know, really brave and courageous, and you know, they're a threat up front. You know, McBurney, Archer, they can cause teams problems, and we kind of knew that. For us, it was about maintaining our composure, and you know, we felt if we got a goal ahead, then you know, we'd be able to sort of find more space. But you know, I think it's, you know, Paul's got a clear sort of idea, and they've got a few injuries at the moment too. But there's, you know, in all the games, I think they've only lost by the single goal, so they've been competitive, and I'm sure they will be moving forward.
Okay, thanks very much. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.